So after Cardiac just said he's trying to hit Aaron from the back, so
That's not what I said. That's not what I
That's
said.
definitely what was said. That was definitely what was said.
No.
so
I just want to see it.
so
from the back.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Attack on Titan. Are we getting a final season part 7? What do you guys think?
Look, 2030.
I was thinking more like a part like I don't know. I think 7 is too little. It's probably at least a 10. It's at least
What, 10 inches? Oh my bad. Anyways, when do you guys think it'll end? Do you think that
Yes, sir.
So do you guys think that it'll actually end in this part, or are we gonna get a movie even after this part? Like that's what I'm really asking. Like what the fuck is going on?
I feel like that's a question the manga people who like read the manga, they would know, because I don't know how much is left and like what needs to be gone over.
Here's the thing, boys. We got some exclusive information. Flow exclusive. Courtesy of Crusader on Twitter. Attack on Titan is having 4 episodes, an hour long each for the final season part 3. Thoughts?
Sources say.
Sources tell the Flow Anime podcast.
Ballsack Anime. Hold on.
Where's the source for that, bro?
I don't know. I
can pull it up. I put it up earlier. It is confirmed. It's gonna be.
Yes.
I mean, I like sitting down and watching for long periods of time anyway. So
I feel like if they doing that makes me almost happy that it's doing that. Like they're having another part. I just feel like they're about to like really go crazy on this shit. Like,
oh yeah,
like we're about to get like 4 movies. Almost.
I don't get why, but like it just doesn't make sense because
he's in here. Let's go.
Hey,
bro came with the facts earlier today. But if they're gonna do that, like it just doesn't make sense. Like I know Mappa's like stacked to the brim with anime, right?
Yeah.
But it still doesn't make sense for you to see Demon Slayer, what it did 2 years ago. See JJK, what it did last year. What it's doing now. All the A Silent Voice, Weathering with You, all that come out. The Dragon Ball Super movies, and just be like, you know what? We're just gonna do another season. Like this is gonna be year 3, year 4 of them on this shit. Like, how long do you think your anime? Granted, Attack on Titan's amazing. These last 10 chapters are still amazing. They're great. What's it called? I don't know how long they're gonna bet on Attack on Titan just being the #1 show in the world again, compared to the money that you could have made with that movie. That's just so baffling to me.
I don't know. Number 1 show is kind of saying something when you got My Dress Up Darling going on.
God. Oh my god. No way.
It's crazy.
I'm just saying, boys.
No way we're talking about My Dress Up Darling. Fuck out of here. We're supposed to be talking about peak fiction, not
fiction?
mid, not I don't even know what's it called that. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Mid fiction is crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay, I stopped myself because I haven't seen it. I can't judge it. It just looks like some mid. Anyways, so what were your guys' first reactions when y'all heard there was a part 3 coming out? What did you guys think, like right off the bat initially? Like, because
I was happy because I felt like because I knew after that last episode.
No sponsor.
Hold on.
Oh, that's still in the
Turn
camera.
I like what Crusader is saying. That's my boy for that shit.
Fuck.
That's my boy for that shit.
He's wrong.
No,
I mean,
he's totally
just
right.
if we're talking,
except okay, Attack on Titan is a mid, but what he said about My Dress Up Darling is correct.
We know that Crusader doesn't think Attack on Titan is mid, so it's okay. It's okay.
But still,
I just don't know. I just don't know why you would say that, but it's okay. Whatever.
But no, I think it's kind of like I was happy because I knew they were cutting it short or like just wrapping it up too quickly is what it felt like. And I also love Attack on Titan, so I want to keep seeing more of it. But like you said, you just gotta wonder how long they're gonna keep doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Cardiac? I know you had some choice words to say about it.
I was pissed. Y'all know, y'all in the group chat. I went in that bitch pissed as fuck. Um, we just passed the first 5 minutes. We're cool. I was hella mad because
Bro, I don't even be thinking about that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was just saying whatever the fuck.
YouTube creators create. You know, you gotta remember.
Bro, apparently, like they don't even be checking you. Let's like in the first 10 seconds. So I don't know. I did some research. I don't know.
I don't know what it is aside from tropes, but what's it called? What was I saying? Yeah, I was pissed at first. Still kind of pissed. Even with knowing that it's gonna be 4 hour long episodes. And it's interesting to me because they were already adapting this final like arc pretty slowly. Like for the past 10 episodes, for most of this past like part, they've been adapting it at like maybe 1.5 chapters for an episode, maybe 2 on the rough occasion. So it's been like relatively slow getting here, which makes sense because like that's 1.5 chapters, but Attack on Titan's chapters are like super long, like
Yeah, that's what
especially
I
for
was
this last arc, they're like 25 full pages.
sure.
So but it'll be interesting to see which way that they go. I think they're still going to be adapting it straight from the manga, but given that they'll have 4 hours to work with this material, I'm sure they'll add their own little flair to it. So it'll be interesting.
So on that note, because I want to mention what you said real quick. So you mentioned that they're going to be adapting it straight from the manga. Do you think? Because I've heard a lot of shit circling around where it's like they're going to change the ending because people aren't happy with the ending in the manga. Do you think they're actually going to do that? And if they do that, I for one, I don't care what the ending of the manga is. I want to see what the true ending of Attack on Titan is. I don't want them to fuck with the ending and switch that shit up. But like, I just want to hear your guys' opinions on that because I've been hearing so much of that shit go around.
It's crazy.
I was just gonna say that I feel like, from my perspective, having that much time to work with, because I think Cardiac said was 10 chapters that they have left. So having 4 hours of time, and they have a whole year to get this all, because it's already in production now, so they have even more time. They got to be adding. I feel like they have to add something, because I feel like based off of just what they have, I feel like to do this, they have to have something else in the works. Like they have to be adding something to it. I mean, I would assume Ishiyama's working with them if they are.
As long as it's not like, because adding to it, I don't have an issue with. Taking away what actually happens in the manga is what I have an issue with. That's what when I hear they're going to change the ending, that's what I think they're going to do, is they're just going to completely rewrite the ending, which I don't want to happen. Yeah, I don't care if they add shit.
What up? Melancholic Utaka, bro. I cannot pronounce that word. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but that's Inks. That melancholic. Okay, melancholic Otaku. That's Inks. I don't know. Inks. Should I call you melancholic Otaku or just Inks now? I don't know. Let me know. I guess.
Yeah.
The ending isn't that bad. Not great, but not bad. Although I'm curious about the anime anyway. Yeah, we got to see.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if I don't know. I don't like when they try and like switch endings. Like the way that because I refer to this anime a lot because it's in my top 10. But like Evangelion,
it's gotta be. The fuck?
I know. But like the way that they did it is, so the original writer, like, and this is what I'm thinking that they should do. Because the original writer, whenever they wrote Evangelion, he got a fuck ton of backlash for the ending because everybody's like, it's too happy. Like this, it shouldn't end this happy. And then he was like, okay, he said, fuck you. And then he wrote End of Evangelion, which is like one of the most gruesome and depressing animes and movies there are. And so, like, I would say I want him to, if they're going to do anything, do that. Don't change the ending. Write the ending. If you get a shit ton of backlash, make a movie that'll be an alternate ending. Because I love how Evangelion did that. Because you can switch them out.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot. Did Evangelion have a manga before the anime? I can't remember if it was like that or if
I
it
did
was
not
like
know. I just watched the anime. Like that's all I watched.
Okay.
That's all you really need, though, because I feel like Evangelion is the only movie I'll watch. If Evangelion is the only movie
There's a
and
manga.
series. Okay. But yeah, that's the only movie and series that I will watch in dub, because in the last 3 or 4 episodes there is like so much just like dialogue that's just like rapid fire dialogue too, because of all like the breakdown of the human psyche and everything like that. Like, it gets very overwhelming. So that's the only reason I'd watch it in dub, because if I was watching that shit in sub, reading that shit would be very hard to keep up with.
I feel it.
Okay. Well, before we get Kardiac's thoughts on what he thinks the ending will be, let me introduce everyone to who I have with me 10 minutes into the pod, because that's how we do it here. We have Dylan.
What's going on?
We
What's going on?
have the legend
keep
himself,
talking.
my son, the MVP Smash player, the masterful YouTuber.
Daddy-ack.
We have Kardiac.
Daddy-ack.
No one.
No one's calling you that. No one's calling you that, big boy.
Can I get some Daddy-acks in the chat, please? You see it on the screen?
No, you can't.
Please,
You can't.
But it's been a minute. It's been a minute. Happy to have you back. I think it's been safe to say it's been too long. But I'm starting over the last one you were on. That's why he hasn't been on in a while, if you guys didn't know.
I had to take my win in stride.
It's your host as always, River the Flow God. So Kardiac, continue with your thoughts on any, since you're the only one here that's actually read the manga. What's up, bro? What's up? What up? But yeah, go ahead. Stop.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not pulling up the comment, but he's doing it himself.
I'm just saying, chat's letting you know what they want. Anywho.
No.
As a manga reader, former manga reader, as you know,
what does that mean?
It ended.
How are you a former manga reader? You still read the manga. You're still a manga reader.
But I formally.
Are you dead?
The manga's dead.
But you can't formally read but you didn't stop reading it though. It just stopped continuing.
I'm a manga reader then, because I read the manga. Moving on.
Okay.
No
mommy asked? No mommy.
No, bro. We're not doing this. I'll change the name if I have to. I've heard a lot of conflicting reports. I've heard a lot of people say that, like, Isayama was rushed to do the original ending, and then he tried to fix it with the extra chapters. I don't care what anyone says, the extra chapters are bad. Like, that makes the ending like bad, if anything. What's it called? But the original ending is cool. It can still be adapted. But I've heard like reports like that. I've heard reports that like Mappa is just like going off on their own, which is why they're doing an extra season, which is why they're taking another year to do this extra season. I've heard people say that like they're just gonna adapt it one for one. The extra chapters did not go hard, Brett. I don't know what you're referring to. What's it called? But on the website that I found like the information, well, after Shout Out Crusader said that like the 4 episodes would be an hour long, and I researched it. The names of the episodes match up with the chapters those last few chapters. So it's looking like it's gonna be how it's been so far, which is just a 1-for-1 adaptation. Unless they just take that hour and just do what they want with it. I wouldn't be opposed to that. I think we've come to trust Mappa, whether it comes to an adaptation or like putting in their own filler, their own things.
When have they done that before?
Well, they've done it in a fan servicey way with JJK with the baseball episode. It has no importance, but it just shows.
That was actually a good episode, bro. That low-key went crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
It just showed that, to me at least, they can do something without any source material. Granted, that's a fan service episode. This is the ending to the world's most popular anime at the moment.
Yeah.
So it's a difference in stakes, of course, and it's a difference in like situation. But I don't know. I think we can trust Mappa for whatever they do, or at least I hope. it just sucks that they're doing this on top of Spy Family, which comes out Friday. They're doing this on top of whatever the fuck, Hell's Paradise. They're doing this on top of other stuff, like as much stuff as they're doing.
Vinland Saga.
Vinland Saga.
But that's not really
I'd have
them,
to
though,
roll with it.
I guess. But because that's basically all the
just
whip
set me up?
people. No, I didn't. Like they are doing Vinland Saga, but the wit people are coming over to do it, so it's not
Oh yeah,
really
because
they're like normal mapper people.
True. Can't have me looking out here like a casual river.
No, you good.
It's crazy. It's great. But
You look like a casual now, but it's
Spy
okay.
Family is with bro. Really? I thought all this
Oh boy, casual alert! Oh my god.
Mal. I'm going to Mal.
Oh,
Chainsaw Man. Jesus. I don't know. Yeah.
Wow.
With this Vinland Saga.
They're
doing
Vinland
they're
Saga
doing
is going
Chainsaw
over the
Man.
mappa now. Vinland Saga is going over the mappa, but most of the wit people are coming with it. So yeah. But
Chainsaw Man, they're doing whatever the fuck else.
So here's the thing then. Maybe they're taking a year because they're doing so many other shows, but they're just doing the 1-for-1, but they're just taking that long because they need the time since they're doing so much other shit.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, I'm not mad at it at all, honestly, because I'd rather get a good product than a rush product. That every single time. It really anime fans have really learned to think like this, or should know to think like this. I think some of them don't even think like this, which is crazy. But after 7 Deadly Sins, no one should ever again want anything rushed or anything like that. Like, just stuff like that happens.
It depends though, because you have something like that which was like clearly rushed. I don't know the production behind this, but I do know that like Cloverworks only had like 3 anime that it was working on over the course of 2 years, and then they came out with season 2 of Promised Neverland.
Was the animation bad for that though, or was that just ass?
The animation wasn't bad, but like the adaptation was just fucked. Like,
yeah, it looked okay. Like the first 3 episodes were pretty good. I got to episode 6.5 because they had this 0.5 filler shit.
Yeah,
they had a recap in the middle of
the for no reason. That anime breaks my heart.
I was like, fuck this shit, bro. God damn. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, after that discussion, I feel like we should get into the content of this previous season, because this is also going to be our thoughts on that as well. So what we guys thoughts, man? I guess I'll start with Dylan, as he didn't know what happened. I think, since you've been spoiled, unfortunately, but you weren't initially. So what were your thoughts on? I guess we could talk about the second part.
I was, bro. When I tell you how,
why are you sitting so far back, by the way?
Because I can lean my chair back and it's relaxing. I can here we go. All right. So
you just scoot up and then lean back, couldn't you?
Bro, nah, because check this shit. I'm about to fall over. Shit.
Damn, you go that far back? Oh
yeah, bro. That's how far I am from my bed, bro.
Oh, it's a 4-leg. Okay.
Yeah, no, this is just little like a little chair, bro. That's what I'm leaning this against my bed. I'm ratchet, bro.
Engineer right here.
But okay, so when I tell you how pissed I was when all of Eren's friends that he was trying to protect tried to start fucking planning to stop his ass. Like when I started seeing them like genocide is wrong, I was like, not for the rest of the world, because they're about to do that shit to you. Like you're gonna be a bunch of pussies about it because take the moral high ground just so you could die. Like they're being a bunch of bitches for this shit. Like that was the main thing that I saw. I was especially Mikasa. I was like, really, you of all people, you're gonna say we gotta stop Eren.
How you feeling about Gabby right now?
I still hate her. Like there's nothing has changed, bro. Nothing has changed. I will always hate Gabby for the rest of my life.
How do you feel about Eren doing what he's doing? What are your thoughts on that too?
Oh, full support. Oh, yep. I am all behind him. He has sound
Actually,
reasoning.
you said this before. I don't know why I'm acting like.
No, yeah, you shouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
I
Yes,
fully
yeah.
support Eren. Eren should destroy the entire
We just had to
world.
check in. We had to give it a check in.
No, nothing's changed here, brother. I'm the same as ever. Fuck Gabby. His friends are stupid. Eren should destroy the world. 3 points summed up. There you go.
The only faction that like deserves, I guess, vengeance from Eren would be the Marleyan people.
That I would agree with that. I would agree with that until when the World Summit, this has been brought up multiple times. Eren waited to attack and start this attack until everybody there, and because this was a World Summit that happened, he waited to attack until everybody agreed with Willie. And then once they all agreed, and they all officially became his enemy, he did it.
But he was already going to do it at that point. He was going to do it at that point.
The thing is, up to that
unless you're talking
point,
about the other one in the last episode, then yeah.
But that's not Eren taking revenge. The only people that he's taking revenge on is the Marleyan people. Everyone else he's killing for just like words, empty promises.
Everybody he's killing. So he's taking revenge on Marley. He's taking revenge on Marley. But the rest of the people that he's killing, he's doing that out of protection because he knows if he doesn't do that, they're gonna just kill all the other Eldians. That's the reason. That's why he's doing what he's doing. Not because he just wants to fuck the world up. He's doing it because one, Marley's a bitch. We all hate Marley. Two, the rest of the world agree that the Eldians specifically, and specifically the ones in the wall, but all Eldians in general, were all just like terrible people and they should all die. Once the entire world agreed to that concept, he said, all right, fuck this. I'm destroying the world because they're going to try and kill my entire race. I see no wrong in that. He's literally protecting them because he's committing genocide before the entire world can. That's why I'm seeing this. So I think he's fully in the right.
I'll just let Kardiac respond.
From Eren's perspective, it makes perfect sense. From the rest of Eldia's perspective, the would-be Eldian Empire Eldians, it makes sense. They don't want to be exterminated.
Or even because here's the thing as well, even if they weren't exterminated, like in Marley, they weren't immediately exterminated, but they're sent to like concentration camps and shit, and they're like obviously just discriminated on like all the time.
They're tools.
And so why would you live
get eaten by dogs and shit, dog?
Yeah, exactly. That's the shit I'm talking about. Like when he saw that memory, like for sure, he was like that's. There's a bunch of things that caused him to be like, all right, this entire world is fucking terrible besides Eldia. But like literally, like he is completely justified in destroying the entire fucking world because they all agreed to fucking kill Eren. And once they all decide to kill Eren, that's the only reason they're going to kill Eren because he has the founding titan and he has power. The second that he doesn't have power, they go because the reason that they wanted him dead was because they knew he could start the rumbling. If he were to die and he wasn't able to start the rumbling, they were gonna fuck Paradise Island up like that. That was
because they don't know.
Exactly.
They don't know, so
that's what
let's just kill him.
I
agree with you. It makes sense from his point of view. I'm not disagreeing that that makes sense and that it's justified to an extent. At the end of the day, I'd rather 80% of people stay alive than 20%.
Not when those 80% are all bitches.
Hey man,
I don't know. I would rather have 20% of the world live if they're all like decent people that have had to live through hardship when the rest of the people just like to commit genocide on one specific race. Because here's the thing. He's committing genocide on all the races.
He hates everyone.
He hates everybody.
He's not racist. He just hates everyone.
He's just racist to everyone. That's xenophobia.
That's just hate. That's just hate. He's not racist to everybody because then he's not specifically to one race. He's just like fuck the world, and then he kills the world.
Xenophobia. Everyone except you and your own.
I mean, I guess
that's not his. Is it xenophobia? Like you're more like.
That's not even the reason he's doing it, though.
No, that's not. He's doing it in retaliation, granted.
Is he?
He's doing it in retaliation for Marley, but for the rest of the world, it's protection
It's
because
in
he knows
fear.
if he doesn't
In
do
fear
it,
protection.
they're gonna just they're gonna kill all of his friends. That's his main motivation. Like he's said multiple times that his main motivation is to let his friends live a happy life. Like
All
that, he wants them to live long and happy lives, and that's the reason he's doing this shit.
Before I play devil's advocate, I want to say that I do feel like, in that regard, Aaron's more doing this out of that protection, like you said. I don't see it as like, oh, well, it seems to me that he's thought of every outcome. He's like, this is the only way my people are making this out of here.
Well, you got to think he's probably seen every outcome. He saw into his own future.
Well, okay. Well, here's where I start playing devil's advocate because I had a few points to make devil's advocate wise. I'll start with this one. Do you think it's possible? Because this just came to my mind. If Eren turned himself in and was like, "Hey, y'all can have me, but save my people," what do you think would happen in that regard? Not to Marley.
They
Like,
would
don't
kill Eren.
not to Marley. Not to Marley. Like to some other, because there's got to be other bigger like countries out there. To some other bigger countries.
Marley
like,
is the main superpower.
I'm the only threat
because
Marley
and
they're losing.
They're all against me.
Yeah,
they're all against me. They don't like me. I'm the only threat to you guys. The LD doesn't even fuck with me anymore. Here, take me. Go kill me if you want to. Whatever.
Marley is losing power though, because remember.
Yeah, I remember because they talked about like the anti-tank, like technology is starting to catch up to the Titans. But as of right now, they're still the main superpower. They're just like they're being caught up to.
True.
And think about it, like same situation as Eldia. Like all they have to do is like figure out what technology the other people are using, and then they have that technology now. Like Eldia was light years in the past, and then they just like shot forward super far because they had a bunch of info coming from Marley, like spies. All they have to do is put spies into the other countries, and then they get all that fucking information, and they're not in behind anymore.
Also, though, what if Eren just ate the Marley Titans that they had, and then like Marley's just fucked at that point? So then he can just go to the other country. So it's like
scooping all 4 of them up like that is just crazy.
Dude, that would be if he ate just like all of them.
If he gets the one-on-ones, that's easy. That's easy work for him. They got to tag team his ass. They got to like 5v1 his ass to even have a chance.
Haha, Mori's on his ass. Wit doesn't do Villain Saga anymore. Boom, boom, bang, bang. I win.
No, we're on the same page. It's Mappa. It's Mappa.
But yeah, so you play devil advocate. If Eren turned himself in, what do you think would happen? If he turned himself in, Marley would take him, and then they would kill everybody on Paradise Island without a doubt. Because that's the only reason they did it is because Eren was still alive. They wanted Eren so they could storm the island.
Mm-hmm.
That's if I'm correct. That's why.
Could have been a good idea. I don't know. All right. But what are your thoughts on that, Kardiac? What I was saying.
If it's any other country other than Marley, I think that. Well, of course, part of the bargain would probably be like, okay, get most of the Eldians like off the island, integrate them into whatever society or whatever is happening, and in the few like parts that we've seen of the outer world, it kind of seems like this might be a stretch of an analogy, but like a 1984 type world, to where like the world is just perpetually in a state of war, like between the just warring states, warring countries. Plus, it's supposed to be like 18th century type beat, so that's what was happening in the world superpowers anyway. So they would probably just kind of do the same as Marley, which is okay, we'll get you protection, we won't kill you if you help us fight Marley, and if like your top scientists come contribute to our society, and it would just become like 2 powerful states with their each own like sets of Eldians to fight in their war. I don't know. I think that's the whole point of Attack on Titan, though. To just say that nothing, no sacrifice, no murder, no superpower, no ancient tree, no ancient power, no time travel is going to stop humans from continuing the cycle of hatred and war. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
So
And man, look, if we, I mean, I ain't gonna get into like real politics and shit, but look, that's kind of just how it is. I mean, we seen it with Russia and Ukraine right now. Motherfuckers still doing that shit, bro. Like, and it is the real world. Like, people are supposed to be smarter than this, but whatever.
The parallels.
The parallels. The Ishiyama know what's happening before it happened.
Is Isayama a fat? Let me know.
Is he fascist?
Is he a fat? Oh my god! Yeah.
Nah, bro. He's the Attack Titan. He saw into his own future. That's what's going on.
Be
That's
like,
what's going on.
This is really a autobiography.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
He's like, this is all what's gonna happen soon. I'm gonna fuck the world up.
Because literally that power to like change memories, bro.
Bro, our memories were already changed, bro. That's what happened. We're just in the after effects now.
As soon as Attack on Titan dropped in 2009, he reversed it all.
Yep.
That was the turning point.
That's crazy. Or maybe it was 2016 when Harambe died. That might have been it.
I don't even remember anything before.
Everybody agrees. Everybody agrees that was like the flashpoint that put us down this terrible timeline. It's maybe because he fucked with us, bro.
Is it the flashpoint?
It is.
Harambe,
flashpoint, bro.
Harambe starting the flashpoint paradox is the craziest theory.
No, that's what it is. That's straight up what it is, bro.
Is that a real thing?
Bro, it's the flashpoint, bro. That's the flashpoint that put us down this terrible fucking timeline,
the
bro.
funniest thing is that he probably just made that up.
I'm about to pull it up. Hold on.
Nah, it's I didn't make this up, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
Harambe flashpoint. I'm gonna just type in paradox just to give you some.
All right, here's some of the other things I was thinking about playing devil's advocate about, because I feel like this is something that comes to everyone's mind. Obviously, this is the gray area. That clearly is hypocritical to do what Eren is doing, to do all these things that they're trying to do. Okay, Kardiac.
Urban Dictionary is a horrible place.
Why'd you look it up on that?
Harambe's paradox: the notion that any action a woman takes in which seems kind towards a male will be mistaken for interest when it's not. Example: friend 1, man, she was so nice to me. Friend 2, watch out for Harambe's paradox. Friend 1, nah, man, I think she likes me. Friend 2, you dumbass. And that's it.
I don't know if Urban Dictionary is a viable source for the Harambe.
I mean, it's kind of spitting on that point, though. If we go
number one,
the point is right. The point is right, but
it's the number one search option. I have no other. It's no other place.
Let me do my research, boys. Let me do my research.
Anyways, back to Attack on Titan, since Dylan just brought that out of his ass. I think that clearly it is hyperbolic to do what they're doing, and for me personally, I'm not against it. I mean, I'm not like all gung ho for it, but look, Aaron's my boy. The people of LDR are my people, so really, at the end of the day, I'm gonna ride for my people like that. But I'm not saying it's right. But the devil's advocate in me is like, it is hyperbolic for him to do this. So really, they should have been trying to find another way. And I think that's where we get from.
This analogy is not going to end.
Yep. Click back into the stream to check.
Zeke is around.
But no, man, like, clearly it is hyperbolic to do this, and I think that's why we see Mikasa, Hanja, Reiner, and all of them teaming up to do this, because they're realizing that, and we're seeing the Stoke opposite of that in Flock, who was literally going down the same path that everyone the people have gone down before. He's like, this was crazy about this is like literally it's just back and forth. We see that even though if everyone else dies in the world, people are still going to go to war with each other in the only place left. Flock is still going to go to war with some motherfuckers in Eldia. That's what's crazy. Like, it doesn't stop. It won't stop. But yeah, I guess the hyperbolic shit, whatever. I kind of got off on a tangent, but I want to get you guys' thoughts on that, I guess. Yeah.
Which is the hyperbolic? thing.
How like Eren is doing this, and then I guess with Flock too and stuff like that. Even though this is what's been done to them, and this is what they're trying to stop, but like they're literally doing
Oh,
the
yeah.
same thing that put them in this position. So it's like,
Yeah, it's the whole cycle of hatred. Like what
Mhm.
the pain brought unto you is
Shout out to
what you will
Pain.
bring unto others. Shout out Pain, because that's also partially his thing, to where it's like, Flock is such a good Flock is a good.
Pain is Eren.
Hold on. If everyone experiences the same death, no one will be alive to stop him.
All right, hold up. Bringing my facts.
Wait, what?
Okay. On May 26th of May 2016, a young boy fell into the gorilla enclosure at the Cincinnati Zoo. After falling in, a gorilla by the name of Harambe, a 17-year-old Western lowland gorilla, spotted him. Seeing the boy was in duress, the gorilla went to help the boy by dragging him to safety. The zoo employees, however, did not see Harambe as he truly was, thinking the gorilla would kill the boy. They shot Harambe, and the shot was heard around the world. Because of Harambe's death, we have entered an alternate timeline, and now we must live with the ripples we've created throughout.
That part is not there. You just made that part up.
I feel like you made all of it up. Like,
No,
oh,
just
what?
the ending, just
Nope.
the ending part. Because
Nope.
but
it's all
yeah,
real.
so back to the hypocritical things I was talking about.
I don't know what you mean, bro.
So back to the hypocritical things. Back to the hypocritical things. No, bro, no one was even talking about anything hyperbolic, bro. So hypocritical.
Hyperbolic time chamber.
Go ahead.
That's all
What were
I
you
was
saying, Kardiac?
Oh,
I don't think anyone has.
Mm-hmm. No, he said he heard that theory.
I thought he said
No, he said he heard it. Exactly.
I
Go
don't know
ahead,
where you'd have to
Told
go.
you I'm not the only one,
to
bro.
hear that theory, but what's it called? Yeah, it's the whole idea of like doing unto others what was done unto you. Like all Eren can, like you said earlier, all Eren can do really at this point is try to protect his own. His whole theme, his whole character since the very beginning has been trying to protect the ones he loves, give them the best life possible, no matter the cost. And get and like everyone deserves a level of personal freedom. That's the case now with the fact that he is the founding Titan's powers. He's not gonna change. He's not gonna alter anyone's memories. He's not gonna change anyone's decisions. He's not gonna go back in time or doing. He's refrained his former self from regaining all of the memories that he currently has. To where he's now allowing the world to stop him. Granted, Flock didn't really have that power, so he couldn't really do shit about it. But yeah, everything with their characters is the same. The whole point of them is to kind of be, now, I wouldn't say hypocritical, but it's like,
to an extent, that's the only word I could think of for it, though. But I mean, I think my point gets across.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of just like, whatever you can do, I can do better. It's like, you oppressed us. You.
So I oppress you harder.
Yeah. So I kill you. I murder everyone.
Smart thinking. That's smart thinking. That's what that is. One thing that I do want to point out, though, real quick. There's one thing that I want to point out, and it's going to be kind of out of left field, but
Oh boy.
I think a lot of the reason that he's going about, and it's chillax, River. So I think a big reason he's going about this, the way that he is going about this, like with the full like genocide the world, I got to protect everybody, is because he knows that he's not going to be there to protect them for that much longer, because he's dead no matter what. He has the Titans. We don't even know if because he has multiple Titans, he has less time. Like, that may be how it works. We don't know for sure. But we know that without a doubt, he's only got a few, maybe, I don't know exactly how much time, but he's got like a year or two, maybe less.
I swear they keep adding on years, bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, yeah, he only got a year left, and the next time I hear it's like 2 or 3. I'm like, oh, okay. And now it's 4.
I think in the
so
last episode, he said it was a flashback, so technically it was a year before the current events. So I think he has 3 years left.
Yeah, so he regardless, he knows he has a finite amount of time. So he's just like, I have to fuck everybody up because I know I'm not going to be here to defend everybody forever. They know that's why they wanted to take Eren out, because the second Eren is gone, they can just fuck Eldians up. Like, that's literally the whole thing. And the reason he's doing this now is because he's doing this to them before he dies, because he knows once he dies that they're gonna fuck everybody up. Like, that's just what's gonna happen. So that's why he's going about doing this now the way that he's doing it so relentlessly, because he's like, I gotta do this now, because if I don't do it, then I'm gonna just die like a bitch, basically, because he would just be like, oh, time's up, and then die. And instead, he's like, you know what? Nah, I'm going to make sure the people who I care about are going to live past me. Because instead of being like Eren dies and then everybody else dies, he's going to be like, I'm going to kill everybody, then I'm going to die, but then everybody else is going to be able to live past my life. That's what he wants. He wants his friends to live longer than him and live lives that he knows that he cannot live now. He had that time. He didn't have a choice. So now he's going to die. He doesn't want that to happen to his friends. So he's making it to where they do have a future.
Well, here's the thing about that. One, another way that he could do that would be going with the euthanization plan, excuse me, that Zeke had. Because the whole, like you said, the whole reason why Eldia wants, why not Eldia, why Marley wants Eldians dead has to do with the fact that they can turn into Titans, and they don't know which ones could. At least previously, they couldn't. Mm-hmm. They didn't know which ones could. They didn't know which ones had royal blood. They didn't. I don't even think they knew Zeke. They didn't know Zeke had royal blood. So the euthanization plan would just quell all reason for the world to hate Eldians. So it can't.
At the same time, though, that means that his entire race dies out. Like, well, if he does the euthanization plan for all Eldians, then at some point in time, the last Eldian's going to die because they couldn't have an offspring. That means his entire race is going to disappear from the world, which is the whole reason that he's doing this shit. Because he doesn't want that to happen. Because if the euthanization plan happens, his entire race disappears. If he doesn't destroy the world, they're going to kill his entire race.
I was thinking euthanization is just like mass vasectomies. Like,
yeah, that still means they can't have any kids, which means they are all going to eventually die out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and it would have to be all Eldians because you don't know which ones are gonna have Titan abilities or how they. Well, how would that work?
The euthanization plan was always about. Hold on, I want to see Brett's comment before I keep going.
Basically.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why I was thinking. Well, what would happen? Bob. What would happen if they euthanized like just the Titan shifters, right?
They can't do that because they'll
it doesn't work.
They'll euthanize because the euthanization plans just means because I think that's where this like the discrepancy of vocabulary happens, because we think of euthanize as in like I think of euthanize as like putting down a dog, like they're gonna have to euthanize this animal or something like that. But in this, it means euthanizing all the Eldians to the point where like they just can't have kids, like changing their biology to where they can't have kids. So whenever this is going on, if they're going to go through, like theoretically, if they go through with Zeke's euthanization plan, that's going to make every single Eldian unable to have children, which means their race is going to then die off because they cannot produce any generations. Sure. On top of that, if you were to go with like the actual like put down plan, like say euthanization meant like kill like certain people, if you were to try and put down the Titan shifters, it's either you kill the people who currently have the Titans, in which case it will then transfer to some random Eldian that hasn't been born yet, or you put down Titan shifters, and then all Eldians can be Titan shifters, and then it kills all the Eldians.
The sterilization.
That's what I was thinking.
That's a better name for it. That's what it is. That's what it is.
The chop.
The neuter plan.
You're crazy.
The plug.
I forgot what the second. You're nasty. I forgot what the second thing I was gonna say was. Fuck, it was that which clearly backfired because I didn't even really know what euthanization meant.
Well, I don't even blame you for that shit though, because they used it the wrong way.
Yeah,
Like euthanization is used as in like I'm like putting down like an animal. That's like usually it means like killing something. Sterilization means not being able to have kids, and that's what the euthanization plan was for them to not be able to have offspring.
no nut.
Yeah,
no
nut forever. No nut forever.
Yeah, I was gonna say no nut
forever.
eternally. That's crazy.
Not no nut November. No nut forever.
Here's a question. Here's a real question to y'all though. Would y'all do that? Like, how would y'all feel about having that happen to you?
What?
Shoot myself in the head.
The no nut forever plan.
I would shoot myself in the head.
I'm utilitarian, so the thing for the greatest amount of people is usually the better thing for society. So I'd
but
be
just
cool.
you.
Yeah,
your kids will destroy the world. So just you have that happen to you.
I'd be cool with it.
Nope, I would have my kids destroy the world. I'd raise them to be beasts. I would raise them to. I would leave their life so that they could have some like motivation to destroy the world. Be like, "Fuck you, Dad! You left."
So you would just manipulate them.
Oh yeah, no.
So Kardiac.
I'm gonna leave them when they're 5, so they know what's going on. So they know what's going on, and then they're gonna be like,
just
"Fuck
pull
you,
a
Dad!
thing.
Fuck you, Dad! I'm gonna take it out on the world." Crazy. And then I'm like, "I made the right sacrifice. Now they're destroying the world. Good job, Dylan." That's how it's gonna go.
Okay, so Kardiac, since you have that question, I guess the next one I'll pose to you is: what if someone just chopped off your balls? How did you feel about that?
No
like for no reason, or in the same?
No reason.
I mean, I'd chop off theirs. I don't know what to tell you, River. This is
what if they did that thinking that like your children will become
questions.
This is a question among questions. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, I don't know. I'd stick it
because essentially, like to bring it back to AOT. That's essentially.
I don't know how you're gonna do this, but I'm looking forward to it.
That's essentially what's going on in AOT. Like kind of what I said. Like, what if they did it because they thought your kids were going to be menaces? Then were they justified? Like that's what's going on in AOT right now. That was Zeke's plan. There was 2 points. There was 2 points to Zeke's plan. One,
this is what I meant, by the way, when I was asking these questions.
One, Zeke wanted this plan to happen so that like his main reason was that he didn't want kids to be born into this hell of a world. I'm trying to be serious here, Brett. Come on, give me a chance. But Zeke didn't want kids to be born into this hell of a world, so he wanted that euthanization plan. 2, the rest of the world, from the rest of the world's perspective, From the rest of the world's perspective, wait, what? Hold up. From the rest of the world's perspective, they're doing this because they don't know whether or not all the other Eldians are gonna turn out like Eren. Brett, I was fucking with you. Don't apologize. It's not a big deal.
No, I feel you. I get what
those
you're
are
saying.
Those are the 2 points. Yeah. They didn't want other Eldians to be born into the world because it's hell. And they also didn't want other Eldians to be born into the world because they could not know for sure whether or not they would or wouldn't turn out like Eren.
Did y'all think that was somewhat of a valid plan? Because I didn't think it was like as crazy as a lot of people thought. I felt.
What the euthanization?
Yeah.
Nope. I thought that was the dumbest fucking plan ever.
I agree.
That's how you get an entire race. That's because think about this. If they did that shit, that's how you then piss off an entire race, and then they're really justified destroying the world
for society. But it's Zeke.
It's
like Zeke.
You're saying that it's for society. This is for what they think. Like this is what they think will benefit society. They don't know this. Where they're saying if you're saying the euthanization plan was made for society, that is like I'm gonna call bullshit on that because the entire world is doing that because they hate Eldians. This is not for society. This is literally just to spite the fucking Eldians because they think that like their history has been warped so much because of what was going on and the reason that the way that the first Titans were used, they were used against their will. That's one of the things that I think Marleyans overlook so fucking much was Ymir was a slave. She didn't have a choice to do what she was doing. Like that's how this shit like played out. and now they're taking it out on.
They don't know. They didn't know that though.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. They don't know. Their history was warped to shit. So aliens are paying prices that they shouldn't have had to pay. Like that's like it wasn't on them. Their like heritage started because their mom was like basically their Eve was a slave. Like that's how this shit started. And
yeah, for sure.
The euthanization plan was not for the benefit of society because the second like think about if it like that plan could backfire so easily. They euthanize all the Eldians. And now all the Eldians are pissed and they're going to fucking destroy the world. And now they're all united about that shit.
Yeah, and I think here's the thing too is like the Titans aren't the problem. That's kind of what can really go against the plans. Like the Titans are not why the world is like this. That's not the reason.
It's because
that's human nature. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So doing the euthanization plan pretty much does nothing. Now I'm thinking about it, like because that's to get rid of the Titans. Pretty much, there's really nothing else that it does.
There's all really, that would all that
it gets rid of the world's common enemy for the period of time.
Yeah, but that's we all know how humans work though. The second all that's going to do is they're gonna fucking kill off all the Eldians, kill off all the Titans, and then they're just gonna fight each other with normal weapons. Like that's what the fuck's gonna happen. So
like I said, it seems like it's in a perpetual state of war, like outside of Eldia. Anyway,
so the euthanization plan, like. I think Zeke was dumb as fuck for not thinking of that shit. Like, oh, I'm gonna fucking go ahead and euthanize all the Eldians, and then when my entire race is gone, then the world can just fight each other. Like that's so stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is true. That is
real
true.
Quick, Kardiac. This actually happened during the last podcast, but had you noticed in the Corday Discord, this man said like "choke me" or some shit like that?
Oh,
where the fuck did this come from?
I left that Discord so long ago.
Anyways, yeah, that was crazy. Like we were just doing a podcast, the notifications pops up. But Corday said "choke me." I was like,
you said that the Tevin one, right?
Yeah. I was so confused. I was just wondering if you saw it too, because I was just thinking about it.
No, I'm not in. I know some people in there though, but I left before they even put mods in place when it was still when I invited you. I invited you and I left.
Anyway. Here's something I was just thinking about earlier. Do you guys think that Eren is kind of being like a mom to the Eldians since his mom died in a way? Like he's having that motherly protection?
I would honestly say yes, because like when it comes to and when I think of a mother's protection, it's like unconditional, like they'll do anything to protect their children. And that's exactly what he's doing. He's going to the extreme to protect his entire race.
Brett's kind of spitting about this too.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't be tools for war anymore.
And that's Zeke's main thing, because that's been his life. His life has been honorary what's it called? Marlian, because he's been used as a tool, because everyone around him, Reiner, Colt, everybody, everyone that he's grown up with, everyone that he's seen has been used as that tool, has been used as essentially just a slave.
But that's
Marley.
That's all. The reason that's so flawed though is because that's taking the perspective of one fucking person.
Yeah, that's short-minded.
He's thinking of only his perspective in doing this, and not taking into account that he's going to affect an entire race. He's saying because of the way that I saw the world, I'm going to change my entire race's lives. That's backwards.
But that's the same thing as Eren saying, because of my race, I'm going to end the entire world's life.
But then we circle back to that initial point. The entire world is gunning for them. They're going to kill Eldians no matter what. They're like, Eldians are going to be discriminated against, and there's literally like nothing that they can do. So if Eren does not do this, if Eren does not do this, they're going to continue to be oppressed and continue to be killed.
That's what I'm saying. It's just it's the cycle. It's everyone makes sense within their own bubble, within their own reason. Everyone is justified. It's just a matter of the perspective that you're looking at and how far your lens is. There's no character in this series so far, with the exception of maybe Armin, but even from the season, Armin doesn't really have a conclusive plan as well. There's no objective character in the show, which is why I love it so much. It's confusing at times, clearly to me. What's it called? But like it's so crazy because in this world where you do have those powers that the Eldians have, um, it's still human nature, and it's still gonna tell it. The show is still telling you human nature is conflict. Human nature is predicated on the conflict that you've witnessed yourself with your own perspective. And as long as you have the power to do something to change that, Zeke was going to do the euthanization plan if Eren hadn't stepped in. Eren was going to do whatever plan if the rest of the Eldians hadn't come over and stopped him.
The big dick Black Air Force energy plan.
What?
The big
He
dick
said
Black
what?
Air Force
Look at the
energy.
camera. Said what?
What?
The big dick Black Air Force energy plan. What do you mean?
No, say it with your chest. Speak up.
The big dick Black Air Force energy plan. That's
There
what
we go. There we go.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it.
But no, so back to that like initial point that you just mentioned, like I think a minute ago, Kardiac, you said that like Zeke was extremely like short-sighted and like everybody is within their own bubble, and like I kind of agree with that. But if I were to like, if somebody had the longest sight, like we're using this as like a metaphor, if somebody
The
had
longest what?
Sight, long shit.
Oh, my bad.
No, if somebody had like, if we're talking about somebody who's trying to see other people's perspectives, and it's gonna sound stupid as fuck, and I'm probably biased on this shit, but I would say that Eren is probably doing that because he didn't go and wait. He didn't just be like he waited to hear everybody else's response before he did anything. He was there, but he wasn't going to do anything. If I bet you he wouldn't have done anything if the people in the crowd were like, "Fuck you, Willie Tiber. This is the stupidest fucking plan."
No. We can go to the one in the last episode where he had left because the dude was like, "Oh, I want Eldian protection," but then he was like, "Really, fuck the people on Paradise. I really just want some better conditions for the people in Marley and shit, like the other Eldians." He was like, "Really?"
Yeah.
And then Eren was just like, "Fuck it, I know what I'm doing."
Yeah.
I mean,
so
all the way.
He's literally doing this shit. He's waiting. He waited to hear everybody's response as to who's going to be oppressed and who's going to be like doing it, who's alongside, who's for the oppression. He waited to hear everybody's response. Zeke didn't. Zeke was just like, I'm doing this to all the Eldians. They don't have to say. Eren was like, I want to hear what everybody else has to say and see if they're all on the same page. If they're all on the same page and killing all of us Eldians, then I'm going to fuck them up. He waited to hear for all of them. And that's the thing, too. Like, from what we saw and from what we have, like, presented before us, there was not a single Marleyan person, like a true-blooded Marleyan person that was nice to Eldians. There was not a single one that was, like, not a traitor. Like, that's the only thing. Like, there was the traitors who only were traitors because they wanted to go along. Sorry, I just saw Brett's comment. Yeah. But there were the traitors who only wanted to go along, like Yelena. She only wanted to go along because she idolized Zeke. But still, like the majority of the countries, and it's Marley in particular, there was not a single Marleyan person who was empathetic for Eldians. And because of that, when Eren waited for all those responses from all the nations to be like, okay, yeah, let's all fuck up Eldians, then he was like, okay, I'm going to fuck all you guys up because you guys are going to try and kill all of us. He waited for the response and Zeke didn't. So in my opinion, Eren has that, like the foresight and I wouldn't necessarily say empathy, but he was like, he waited. He didn't just jump the gun and be like, I'm going to fucking kill everybody because I want to. And I'm afraid the world's going to do that. He didn't do it out of fear. He did it because that was what he was presented with. He was like, they all said they want to kill me, so I'm going to fuck the world up.
Yep. So Eren better plus the beast hunt looks like a gremlin plus ratio. You know what I'm saying?
Plus ratio. I have one more thing that I'm sorry I keep taking this shit. I have one more thing before I want to move on to another like semi like other topic. But the other thing that,
don't worry.
Oh yeah. But so I like to kind of like back up the thought that like Eren has like the best foresight out of everybody and like seeing stuff. He literally has
sees the
already seen his.
future.
That's what I was about to say. He literally sees his own
That is
future, so of course he knows what's going to happen. And the thing is he does have the power to change it. We saw in that scene when he got up next to his dad's like face, he had the power to change it. He just didn't because that's what he wanted. So he could have, if he truly like saw like what was going on, he's like, if I do this, like from what I think, he did that because he knows that if he does that some way, shape, or form, his alien like brethren are going to be safe. He knows he would not go along with this plan if it ended with the Eldians being killed or hurt in some way. And the majority, like he would not continue to do this plan if it meant like, because the reason he's doing this is to protect the Eldians. So he's doing this because, from what I think at least, he's doing this because he knows why, like the way that he's doing this is going to be gain the Eldian protection, no matter what the outcome is in the end.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Yeah.
You are spitting.
Here was I did want
From
to
my
change it
face.
up though, because there's not much to say besides he was, talking shit on that one. But so my question is, I know we talked about objective characters earlier. I'll start with Kardiac on this question since Dylan had just talked for a minute.
Yeah, I just talked for a minute. I apologize for that one.
Because I know Dylan's gonna have interest. I'll just say the question, but he gonna have some choice words. Do you think that Gabby is the most objective character in the show?
I don't think objective. I think she just experienced like, okay, coming from where she was in the story, she hadn't experienced much like of anything. I'm not saying she's the most objective. Come on, Dylan, you gotta get off dick. Gabby, she's a great written character. She's going through her redemption. She's realized the error of her ways. It doesn't make her objective. It just means she got slapped in the face by both hands. That's all that means.
Wait. Like you should turn around. Not bad. Never mind.
That's
Go ahead.
That's it.
That better be it.
She got hit by two different perspectives. I don't think that makes her objective. It's just kind of humbled her. She's just gonna shut her ass up now. Nothing else is really gonna happen.
Here's what I'm thinking though, kinda. It's like she was in that frame of mind, and now she's come all the way around to seeing the other side.
I will say one thing, and this is the only occasion you will ever hear me say anything good about Gabby, so clip this shit if you want to fucking remember it. The only credit that I can give her is that the people that she lived with when she first got to fucking Paradise Island, the people that like took her in to like protect her, she is seeing them in a different light and she is treating them differently. Like you can already tell. Like, she's saving that girl's life in the beginning and she didn't want to fucking do that at all. Like she was wanting to kill him. But now she saved the girl's life.
Eren would have killed her.
I can give her credit for that. Yeah, because Eren's a
not a good thing.
I can give her.
I was saying it as that's a bad thing. I was just like, it's a good thing that she didn't kill her.
But she's still a bitch, and I will not change my opinion on that. Because she's still fucking flawed, and she still, in my opinion, she still sees the world through the system of Marlene's that she was raised in.
Look,
and
I think, at least from everyone we've seen so far, she might have the best perspective, arguably besides Falco, right? But that's other than him and her probably have the best perspectives. So I don't think anyone else besides you could argue how Kardiac said earlier.
I can see that point just because they're the only ones who have seen both sides of thing. Whereas I don't know, because still remember that. Really? No, but remember that Eren and them lived in Marley for a little bit when they first got there.
I ain't liking that though. They ain't live it. They ain't live the struggle though.
Yeah, because they had to live undercover, but they saw it. They saw like what was happening. So, and that's all. Think about it. That's all the Gabby's doing. She's seen. But she's experienced both. What do you mean she's
They
experienced?
ain't experienced both.
What do you mean? Like, what do you mean that when you say Gabby experienced both? What did she experience both of?
She's been through the experience of a Marland Eldian born in Marley, brainwashed, and also experienced how the Paradise Islanders aren't actually bad and what they've had to go through. She was with that family. She saw the things that went through. She saw what Marley was doing to them and how they didn't want this. She saw all that firsthand. Falco was knocked out at the time. I ain't gonna lie. So
That's
low
fair. That boy
key,
was
she
asleep
might
the entire
she
season.
might have the best perspective. She might. She really might. I don't even like Gabby like that, but I'm just saying. Like,
you know I don't like Gabby for shit, bro.
She has a good character, but I still ain't locking out. I like her. I'm kind of neutral at the moment.
Sasha wasn't even that important for real. Like for y'all to.
I mean, that's what people be saying, but like. I don't know, man. That was crazy. It ain't even just Sasha though. She was just
Yo,
she was
Dylan.
annoying as hell.
Cardiac.
Well, name one thing.
Did you not see the effect that she had on like Connie and just all the other people that she fucking grew up?
She was goofy, bro. She was goofy.
Yeah,
he's
but
goofy
dude,
bald.
if she did not play any part, then she would not have fucking like affected so many of the main characters.
I'm not
in
saying
that way.
I'm not saying that she wasn't important, but I'm saying like I was reading the manga when it came out, right? So I remember like all of us just holding back our reactions because we couldn't just go to Twitter and make Sasha died trending. We did it when she almost killed Eren, and we thought that she had actually killed Eren. It's like there's no way this bitch just came in and sniped two of the main cast within like
that was
chapters.
crazy, bro.
Yeah,
because it happened in a shorter period of time in the manga. It was like not even 6 months later, I think. No, I lied because that's just 6 chapters because it was monthly. So it was like a year later that happened, like 12 chapters later, and it's like she snipes Eren, and we're like, what the fuck? And then they go in the past. Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy. But like Sasha, I don't know. Sasha, yeah, she was the glue that held them together because in the dark world that is Attack on Titan, and especially what the Eldians from Paradise have had to live through over the past 7-10 years at this point in the story, she was the shining thing of like, we go with Gab, we talk to Gab, I mean not Gab, oh my god, we talk to Sasha, we spend time with Sasha, she's our sister, we love her, and she's that like relief from that. And so her death kind of marks the beginning of the end of any semblance of normalcy that they had. Sure, I'll give you that. But when it comes to like why we as readers had that connect, aside from recognizing that importance to the characters, her herself, like as a good written character and such, it begins and ends in season 2 when she rescues that girl.
That's what I was about to say, because I was like, I feel like a lot of people forget that she had her own little mini arc in that, and like that span of like 1-2 episodes. I don't know how long that actually went over.
She did.
But like that, because if you think about it, like that was her own mini arc, but that was a massive contribution to the main plot, because that girl that she saved is now the one that showed Gabby the way of like how things were like being lived.
Full circle.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So in my opinion, I do think she was fairly important. Like I think she was pretty important in that situation. And it's crazy because Gabby is the one that killed her. That's what makes it even crazier. Sasha saved the girl that shows Gabby what she did wrong, and she's the one who killed Sasha. Like that's like you said, full circle, basic full circle kind of stuff. Yeah. But I can get where you're coming from, but I do think she played a really big and like really important role in basically keeping the rest of the staff, the rest of the cast sane.
Yeah,
I think that if you argue Sasha's importance, it kind of coincides with Gabby's importance in a way. So I don't know.
I don't know. That's a bit of a stretch, River.
No, I just want to draw everyone.
I don't think Gabby's important for shit.
I want to draw everyone's attention to Dylan's name on the screen.
What the? When did you change that shit?
Oh no!
You better change that shit back. How
And
did
the
I not
screen-
notice that?
Hold on, the screenshot. How do I
Bro,
take
you better.
screenshots?
Nope, I got it. I got it. We're good.
I forgot how to
Does he?
take screenshots. This is hold on.
He's selling.
I saw
It's
he
gone.
changed it back.
Yep,
Okay.
it's gone.
Anyways,
Fuck
someone
you
will
for
Oh,
get
it's
it.
alt, not critical. Oh, damn.
It's control.
You didn't
not
say
critical.
critical.
Bro, CTRL is critical,
did-
not
It's
control, bro.
It's control.
You did
No,
not just
it's
say
control.
critical.
Spell
It's
critical.
control.
CRITICAL.
CRITICAL.
Now spell
Yeah.
control.
CONT.
Why isn't there an N on the keyboard then? For
Doesn't need to
control.
be an N. Doesn't need
Because
to
it
be an N.
doesn't need to be there.
People control alt delete. Have you never heard control alt delete? It's
I've
not critical
heard
alt
that,
delete.
But when I look at that, that's critical.
Critical alt delete.
Kardiac,
bro.
are you sweating, bro?
No, no. No, what's it called?
Are you
my skin
sweating,
gets
bro?
oily, type beat.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Isn't that kind of a sweatiness, kind of?
No,
Yeah, it is a little bit. Don't be capping.
it's like glands type beat.
Glands that produce
That's
sweat.
where sweat comes from.
No, glands that produce squirt.
Sweat.
Moving on.
Yeah,
Uh,
sweat.
Whoa!
Oh, whoa.
What?
Okay.
No.
Hey, yo!
Okay. The one other point.
What did
Getting
you
back to
just say?
AOT. Try and get
No.
this shit back.
We ain't come past that. No, sir, what did you just say?
I said that glands that produce Ozarka. Not sponsored, by the way.
Oh my god.
Ozarka water, the freshest water in all of Texas. So
Okay. Let's bring it back on track because I had like one question I want to get to before we end this shit.
Ooh, I had a question
So-
too. You can go first. All right.
Big in my opinion.
Did you say
PC,
big what?
big scene. In my opinion, was the conversation between Historia and Eren.
which one?
Did Aaron get Historia pregnant?
That's my fucking question.
That was
Because
my question.
there was the I think at the beginning of that season, or I forget which part of it, but it was alluded that like Historia got pregnant from like a farm boy or something like that. But from the way that story played out, that had to have been fabricated because there's like, or I don't know, because literally like she literally said that straight up to Eren. She was like, "What if I get pregnant?" So it either means that she had sex with Eren and that is Eren's child, or that she posed that idea to Eren and then go fucked another guy.
That's
Either way,
that's a W for Aaron. Either way,
Dude.
I don't care.
That's
'Cause he
Aaron's
smashed
kid,
people.
bro. That's Aaron's kid.
that's what I'm thinking. I think that's.
I will
Aaron's kid.
confirm nor deny.
Oh,
I'm
did we
100%
find out in the
locked on
manga? Can you at least tell us that?
They
Did we
got
find
to.
out in the manga?
It is shown in the manga.
Okay.
That there is a father.
Okay. Gotcha.
So
Yeah,
don't
I'm
know how
not.
to
I'll wait for the anime to figure out that. I hope that if they alter the ending, they don't
They
leave
might
that
change
part
it.
out.
no cap.
Nah,
that might be
bro,
something.
Aaron's
That
the-
can change.
If they change that shit, that'll piss me off.
I'm
bro.
locking
Tell me.
that, bro.
I want them to.
That's
I want
something that
them
we
to
were-
give. See, here's the thing. Attack on Titan is fantastic. I love Attack on Titan. I don't like when people start changing shit because I get scared because I saw Tokyo Ghoul.
Nah, no.
I don't want that shit to happen. I don't want them. They had season
Who did
1.
Tokyo
Everybody
Ghoul?
was what?
Who did Tokyo Ghoul?
I forget who did it, but I know they fucked it up.
Bro, that
A1?
shit.
It wasn't A1. A1 was
Oh, can we
Season
talk about
one
how that
was
was in
good,
Tyler's
but they
top
fucked
10?
it up.
Oh my god.
Dude, that shit. I like Tokyo Ghoul, but I was still like, bro, really? That's not even a top 20 for me.
Oh, Kardiac.
Period
Not-
did. Ooh,
Love
Not
Tokyo
the
Ghoul.
manga.
Reading the manga right now.
Bro,
But
put the anime in his top 10. Not the manga, the anime.
Just season 1? Just season 1?
no, he said the
all-
anime as a
all
whole.
of it. All of it.
And he tried
Well,
to defend season. He's tried to defend Re.
Well, why would he do that?
We don't know.
Did you all piss him off? He might
No,
have.
and you know what it was above? You know what it was above? FMAB, Code Geass.
Yeah.
There's no way he was doing just the anime.
Nah, he did.
Just
He
the
did.
anime.
He did say
Just the
straight up
anime.
say just the anime.
There's
Trust
no-
me, we were just as
And
perplexed. as you.
honorable Tokyo Ghoul was at 10. Honorable mentions of FMAB and Code Geass. Absolutely.
Yeah, they weren't even on the fucking list. They were honorable mentions. I haven't even seen them. I know they're fucking more goated than Tokyo Ghoul. Anything's more goated than Tokyo Ghoul for the most part.
Maybe he just really loves like emo boys. I don't know what to
Yeah,
tell
that's
you.
crazy. That's crazy.
Nah,
Anyways,
bro. Like that's what I'm saying though. I don't want them to change this shit because Tokyo Ghoul, as it is, the reason I'm reading it is because like I'm starting to get to the point where that season one ended. That's where I'm starting to get, and so once I start reading past, I've heard the manga is so much better. So I don't want them to start changing shit in AOT just because they think it's going to make it better because that's what they did to Tokyo Ghoul.
Promise Neverland too.
Now and they fucked it up. They're gonna like if they're like I said, I go back to my main point. If they're gonna do some shit where they change the end, do it like Evangelion did it. Give it the actual end that it has, and then make a movie or another season, whatever the fuck you want to do. Probably like a movie that is the alternate ending. That makes everybody happy because then you can do whichever one you want, but stick to the fucking manga first. I say that rule for every anime. Stick to the fucking manga first, then change it.
You can make the same argument for. Granted, they did this because they didn't have a manga to follow at the time. The original FMA ending, we had Nazis in the ending of Full Metal Alchemist. They're Nazis. They made a movie connected to Nazis in Full Metal. I feel like I shouldn't be saying Nazis as much, but it is what it is at this point.
Say it again.
I guess it is, bro. Shout out to bro. Hey man, at least you're not Dane. At least you're not Dane. If you
do
know,
remember
you know,
that? I thought that episode. He said, "I'm not gonna say it."
Me and Seven were like, "What the fuck, bro?" Oh my god.
But what was I saying? I mean, look, like I said earlier, I trust Mappa's quality. I think I don't know. It's hard to say. Of course you don't want the original source material to be changed too much. And I wouldn't say that Attack on Titan's ending is so bad that it warrants that. But for a studio like Mappa that has proven itself time and time again with Dorohedoro, of course, the Attack on Titan final season, Yuri on Ice. I'm joking. But like a plethora of anime, especially with the work that they're about to do for the next year. I don't know. It would be interesting to see, especially if they are working with Isayama, like some of the rumors say. It would be interesting to see another interpretation of the ending.
I don't know, man. I don't have any doubts in their like animation ability. I don't think they have any doubt. Like I have no doubts in that. It's like because like same thing with Tokyo Ghoul. Like Tokyo Ghoul, their animation like arguably got better in season 2. I love the animation season 2 when they started to take all the fucking Kaganes and Kaguras, all that shit to the next level and everything like that. Like everything got upgraded. Like that animation was fire, but the storyline was ass. And I don't want that to happen for Attack on Titan because Attack on Titan is arguably like that's probably going to be in one of my top 10 animes whenever I do my top 10 list or some shit like that. But that
Probably.
like it's no argue. I think it's probably top 5. I think it's somewhere in that top 5 range. But regardless, like I don't want the reason Tokyo Ghoul isn't in my top 10 at all is because they fucked up the story. That's what I don't want to happen for Attack on Titan because if they fuck this ending up and it just like drops it on my top 10, I'm gonna be a little upset.
It's done that for people. It has.
It has done that. That's why it's. Well, let me recheck my list. Hold on. I don't think it's in my top. Oh, it wasn't that low. But it wasn't in my top 3. But also something like FMAB isn't in my top 3.
I have because I'm going back and re-editing my top 10 list that I like half-ass made, but because I'm going to go through and start eliminating all the ones that just I know wouldn't make the cut and then go from there. But like I know as of right now, like I said, this probably changed. I think Attack on Titan is in the number 3 spot, which is probably going to change because that top 3, while the animes that are there are like for the most part solid, the positioning I think I'm going to switch around. But even then, like the reason that it's not concrete yet is one, I've only seen like 60 anime. I'm still semi new to the game, so I still got a lot more to see. A lot of the
You have an
mainstream,
analysis eye. Let me tell you, you have an analysis eye for this shit.
yeah.
But some of his favorites though make you think otherwise.
Oh yeah.
I mean, look.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing as well. Like I was about to say, I haven't seen some of the mainstream shit. I haven't seen Dr. Stone, Full Metal Alchemist. I haven't seen Code Geass. I haven't seen a bunch of all this other stuff.
Yes.
Code Geass. I haven't seen Code Geass.
Hey,
bro.
all I know is me and Kardiac got the same top one.
That is true. It's Code Geass, Haikyuu, and Mob Psycho. I'm looking at it right now.
Haikyuu is fucking that. I stopped after season 1, but I'm going to resume it because it's a good fucking show. Like not because I didn't like it. I just started watching other ones. That's all. Because I got into this phase where I was watching like 5-6 anime at a time, and I just like some of them would get lost.
Yeah, that's how I know. Yeah.
But yeah, so like
I can't even watch one.
The reason,
yeah.
The reason that
I haven't watched anything.
The reason that my 10 is like this, and like I said, like my top 3, AOT is in my top 3, and for as of right now, it's gonna stay in that top 3 with the way the season is going right now. But like I said, if they fuck up the ending, then it's definitely gonna drop. It may not even make the top 10 because like I don't know. If it made the top 10, it'd be like 8 or 7. Like it would not be high if they fuck this ending up. If they continue to go through with it, and like I'm more worried if they stick with the manga and that's the manga ending, I will be happy. But if they change it and because they change it, it's worse, it's dropping on my list.
Well, what if the manga ending's just bad? Like, what if you just don't like it?
At least they didn't change the source material. Like that's my main concern. Like that's the reason I stopped watching Bleach, because I got the Bound arc, which is just a full filler arc, and which is not, if I'm correct, filler isn't. That's what I'm saying.
That comparison is crazy.
Well, that's what I like. That's how I see it. Is like filler is not part of the source material, and that's why that entire arc was ass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what I don't want to happen with Attack on Titan, because anything
filler ending.
But here's the thing.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That was kind of mandatory because that was during an era where you had Bleach on television for 52 weeks out of a 52-week year. So it was mandatory. You can't really hold that against it when
that's fair.
You're adapting chapter 136 and chapter 150 just came out last week. So like you don't have anything really left, quite frankly.
That's fair. But yeah, I don't know.
They just stopped.
So. Main thing that I'm just thinking about here is just I want to make sure that Attack on Titan ending is like not altered. That's my main thing.
I feel you.
I feel it.
Because I like to see what the fuck is going on. Like, because I like watching it a lot. Like I like seeing the fucking action play out. Like I love Tokyo Ghoul manga, but to see the actual animated fight scenes, like seeing that shit animated is always fucking better in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's just like super cool to see how, like, especially from studio to studio. I love it. I don't like when they change that shit, because it's like watching, you know how they have, like, for people that are fucking blind, they have audiobooks, right? This is like a different adaptation for that. but
I'm almost there.
Yeah. But yeah, like this is the shit. Like they take a book and turn it into sound, and they're taking a book and they're turning this shit into fucking like TV.
What kind of
comparison? That's what I want them to. I don't know, bro. I'm on some demon time shit, bro.
Are you on East Coast?
Nah, River and I play soccer together every once in a while.
Oh, that's crazy. So it's not even almost midnight for you.
Nah, bro.
There's no reason for this.
We went to the same high school. So
yeah.
Okay. He lived, I don't even know, down the street somewhere. But yeah.
Somewhere. I got a dum-dum, bro. I got a butterscotch dum-dum I forgot about.
Anyways, I think we did definitely get off a track. So I guess we'll kind of give our final thoughts now, I guess, on the last part of the season. Moving on to part 3. But we talked about that too much. Just the final thoughts on the last season, since this was kind of a review, I guess. Whatever.
What'd you think of Falco's Titan?
That shit was clean. I fuck with it.
I was not a big fan of it, to be completely honest. I thought Galliard's Jaw Titan was way fucking better.
Oh yeah,
I like Falco's better, low key.
Really?
I don't know why.
I think Falco looks like a fucking duck.
Bro,
but
that's not a point.
Did you make the connection of the beginning when he was like, I'm flying around?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
A bird. And now he's like a bird.
That's dumb as fuck. That's dumb as shit. That's stupid.
Or maybe he'll start flying around. I don't know. We don't really know what happens in the end.
If he starts flying, I'm gonna piss myself laughing. If he starts flying, I'm gonna piss myself laughing.
I don't think this is much of a spoiler. He's a flyer. So he's...
All right, let me take a piss real quick.
No.
What the fuck? Okay.
Hi, Kardiac. How's it going, man? How you doing tonight? How you doing tonight?
Let me back in.
Do a podcast. Do a pod.
That's fucking dude. That's so stupid.
I mean,
I don't know. Titan, not the
I don't know if it's
Titan.
to connect the dots back to his whole flying thing.
I think that's more of it, just like he's now part of the tree. I think that's more. I think the reason that like that connection with the I'm flying in the swords and with like swords and stuff. I think that's more of like a reference to the fact that all the Titans are connected, because that would explain why he was seeing the memories, because he's now connected to Eren, even though he wasn't yet, but he was going to be. So he was connected because it transcends time. So true.
Foreshadowing's peak. That boy Ishiyama got it though. When it comes to
he's got that shit on lock.
Yeah,
he got that shit on lock.
I'm gonna have to rewatch the series like at some point. I'll probably like watch with my girl or some shit, but like something like that. So I can rewatch it and like really unpack the foreshadowing.
I'm gonna be rewatching certain scenes in Hunter x Hunter soon. So
I thought didn't you rewatch it already? I swear.
Yep, I'm gonna rewatch it again.
I mean, we see your back.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
He said it's not that good.
Not the double rewatch. No, I'm not gonna lie. From start to finish rewatch, or you rewatch the scenes?
Certain scenes.
Okay.
Like I want to rewatch that scene where Gon beats the. Actually, I don't want to spoil anything for anybody.
You rewatched it in less than a year though.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's kind of crazy.
I watched the same episode 5 times.
You knew this shit.
People rewatch Hunter x Hunter religiously though. I ain't gonna lie. I know like 2 or 3 people who rewatch it just whenever.
Why?
I don't know.
It's not.
Because it's a masterpiece.
It's great. Don't get me wrong, but it's a
no. I'll lead a whole other podcast about how Hunter x Hunter is fucking goated.
Okay. Final thoughts on Attack on Titan. God damn.
It's great. It's an amazing series. We talked about the
last part.
The philosophies of these characters. We talked about the revelations from this previous season. The only thing left is to tie a bow on it. The final showdown. Can these last remnants of the most powerful humans technically on Earth stop the rumbling, stop the end of the Earth, which would almost certainly be for their own benefit, but not for everyone else. So we'll just
the craziest thing to me is their strongest fighter is a colossal titan. So,
but it's in the hands of someone who is the weakest fighter.
Not even the weakest fighter. He doesn't want to fight.
Yeah. He's
like the worst combination for a colossal titan.
I'm just saying. Their strongest fighter is a colossal titan. What does Eren have? About 100 in motherfuckers. So that's what's really crazy to me.
That is true. I'd say
like,
at this point,
fuck.
They're the strongest, considering Reiner's like will to live is so low. Armin's will to fight is so low. Peak isn't really made to fight. Falco just got his Falco just got his little nigga, and he flies. So,
Annie
Like
is the only one
Eren be
that might
dicking
hold a
them.
candle to Eren.
Eren be
Excuse me?
dicking them. Like just when he's in his regular.
Why you say
form,
that with a
so-
smile on your face, River?
Cause cardiac.
I'm just like, diction is crazy. Like the
You
word
just said dick
choices.
again, Kardiac. What the fuck was up with that, bro?
Oh my
about-
god!
What about Discord, cardiac? What about that?
I will catch you all later. This is.
Nah,
Oh my
bro.
god.
He be saying that to me. I be like, what are you talking about? That's
Sure. He says that to you for sure.
Yes, he does.
For sure, River.
Now you're
I
gonna try to
believe
turn
you.
this on me. Crazy. Okay, final thoughts, man. I guess Dylan, you can go ahead with the part.
I really don't know. I like in general, as of right now, they're doing a fucking fantastic job.
Yeah.
Little bummed that they decided to do another season and make us wait again.
Mhm.
But I understand why, because like we mentioned earlier, it's like one of the top viewed animes right now. So they're milking it dry. That's for fucking sure.
What was a
And
better
it is-
cliffhanger
Which one was a better cliffhanger?
between part 1 and this one?
This one. In my
What
opinion,
was
because
I
this
forgot what was this one?
this
Just
one
like-
was the
This when Eren
cliffhanger
was
for
like-
this one was when Eren we saw the like the founding Titan, like we actually saw it. Like we didn't see the fucking behind. We saw like his form, like with his arms and everything, and the colossal Titans after they fucked those ships up. You remember?
Yeah, they were like
Yeah.
at Marley.
Yeah,
They burned them alive from
Yeah.
steam.
that was the cliffhanger. The other cliffhanger was just Eren yelling at a blimp. This one was way
don't
better.
underplay it like that.
Yeah, I thought the first part was when you had Gabby and Peak on like the ledge. You had Reiner coming through about to fuck shit about to fuck
And
shit
Eren
up.
was yelling at a fucking blimp.
Right.
I don't know.
You're not going to
I-
change my mind on this one. We got to see Eren in founding Titan form after a colossal Titan melted a motherfucker with steam.
I like the first one better. I don't know.
You a
why.
I
bitch,
like- I
River.
like the
Fuck
first
you.
one,
You
It's
both
because, like,
bitches.
the stakes are definitely higher with the second one. But like you know that okay with the way that things are, like it's setting up the but like you're not like okay when we come back we're automatically gonna be on bullshit. The
No.
part 1, you knew that next episode Ryan gonna be on some bullshit. Aaron's finna be on some bullshit. Peak was finna skedaddle away.
Bro, you're
This
telling
man
me
cardiac
that
looking
from
like
this,
all
from this,
measy right now.
Oh my god! Please no! Please no! Please no! Please no!
but you're
boss.
telling me that you think that Aaron's not on, he's not about to be on some fuck shit right when we snap back, bro. Like
He's walking. What are you talking about?
He's
They
getting
walking.
to Marley about to fucking demolish the entire shit, bro.
He's
walking.
He's
Bro.
walking. He's quite literally.
I mean, he walking in Black Forces,
across
but
the
He's
walking.
not walking. He's slithering, bro. Get it right. He says, "Woo."
It's all bone.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Okay.
So my final thoughts, man. I really think this part 2 was great. Compared to part 1, it was probably better. Just the moments, like especially the Zeke and Aaron shit, like that's peak anime right there. Everything was well done, bro. Like they hit everything. Even the parts that people said were boring still hit. Like even the parts with Connie, Annie, that stuff was still good. To finally get
The
some of that
tension.
development we've been missing, like pretty good shit. The tension, fire. I felt like these moments are comparable to the episode when Aaron was sitting there with Reiner. Like you had those tense moments in like every other episode this part of the season. So like, yeah, bro, I loved it, man. I'm looking forward to seeing where we go from here, bro. But I think that about wraps us up. I guess
Sir.
let us know your thoughts in the comments, man. There's a lot to dig into. We could have gone on longer, but we all gotta got other things to do,
Gotta
like
work
go to
in the
bed.
morning.
Bullshit.
We gotta work in the morning.
That's bullshit. For
Oh
sure.
man. But all right, man. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure y'all leave a like, hit that subscribe. Make sure y'all go check out Kardiac. I'll let him plug himself real quick.
I'm a nerd. If you're also a nerd, come watch a nerd. And that's my pitch. I don't know. I have
This
nothing
draft,
else for you.
what Attack on Titan is a modern masterpiece? Is that the title? I tweet?
I think that's an old one, but this past it is on Attack on Titan. How Attack on Titan changed TV forever. So
Make sure I go watch that, man. If y'all enjoyed this, and
sure.
and Dylan's Dylan.
Yep, that's me. I'm just chillaxing over here. I'm just here for fun.
All right, y'all. Join the goddamn Discord in the description for fuck's sake.
Yes.
And, Cardiac said yes, like he be in there.
I do not be in there, but join
we got. Trust me, there's so much more shit that we can talk about outside of AOT. Like, we got Rise of the Shield Hero dropped, I think today.
Okay, guys, thank y'all for tuning in.
I don't know what to tell you. So
join the Discord.
Yeah, a lot of more shit we can talk
Dylan
about.
Rant about something. Man.
I'll rant about so much shit to you.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Real
say
Titans,
one bad thing about Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
Real Titans.
I show up.
All right, flow out. Peace. We love you guys. Fuck. They just didn't say bye. You love that.
Oh, I see y'all.
Peace.
Peacers.
Ah.